Awesome. So welcome, welcome, welcome. It is March 11th already, 2021. I was like, what year are we in? What day is it? I know it's Thursday because we're on this Zoom. So my name is Samantha Rose. I've met all of you guys, but if you're watching the replay, if you're watching this on YouTube, my name is Samantha Rose. I have been drinking ketones for 4 years now. I have been with Prove It for 4 years now, starting in 2017. And time has flown by. Like, does anybody else feel like time has flown by since you started Prove It? Right? Like, where did that time go? And, for me, I just feel like so much has changed in my life the last 4 years. Um, when I first started this journey, this business, this opportunity, when I first started even drinking ketones, I had no clue where this was going to take me. I had no idea what the opportunity was, what the limits were. And by the way, there are no limits. There's no limit on how much you can do with this opportunity. And here's the thing, you can only grow something to the extent that you believe it can grow. You can only grow something to the extent in which you believe it can grow. So as I continued on with my journey, and as I plugged into this community, as I plugged into calls just like this, as I plugged into our events, as I plugged into our Facebook groups and our trainings and all of the things, what that did for me was built belief. It built belief within myself in several different areas. It built belief with the product, because my product experience continued to grow and get better and better. And I had other people drinking the product and their experience was getting better and better. So I built belief within myself. I built belief within the product. And then I also built my belief within the business opportunity and this platform and where it could really take me. So always remember those pillars of belief, because that's actually something that our CEO, Brian Underwood, talks about a lot, is the pillars of belief. And what pillars of belief consist, what pillars of belief exist within this company and within this team. So always keep that in your heart. I just wanted to start off with that belief. Believe in yourself. You got this. This is an opportunity for growth. It's an opportunity for success. It's an opportunity for happiness, for community, for learning, personal development, business development, education, inspiration, all of the things. This is an opportunity for that. And none of those things that I just mentioned grow at a straight pace. They don't just grow at a straight, well, I guess it would be like this, not like this. Success isn't a straight line. Growth isn't a straight line. None of that is a straight line. So there's always going to be ebbs and flows. There's always going to be ups and downs, whether they're in our personal life, our emotional state, within our business, there's always going to be ups and downs. The best piece of advice I could give you guys is to just remember that it is to be expected. It's to be expected, and it's going to be okay. And there's always going to be growth. What's up, Hal? I see you. There's always going to be growth. There's always going to be ebbs and flows. So thank you. I keep going to let people in. I'm like, just kidding. Kelsey's got it. She's so good at that. I'm going to close that part. So I stop seeing it. Okay, cool. Yep. Gone. Thanks, Kelsey. I love you. Okay, so let's get this party started. I am going to give a few announcements. Usually I do the announcements at the end, but today I want to give the announcements real quick at the beginning because it's going to be really brief. We're going to go right over it, and we're going to go into some training and some Q&A, some unmuting, some conversations. Does everybody want to get nitty gritty with unmuting, open the heart, open the mind, and let's talk about language. Let's talk about conversations, how to have certain conversations, how to talk about SmartShip, how to talk about joining the business, how to talk about trying the product. You guys down for that? Quick announcements and then, okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, so first announcement, Keto Academy. There is still time left. I'm not even gonna lie. I literally just booked my flight 1 second before the Zoom started. So if you want to go to Kentucky still, whether you're in driving distance or whether you can jump on a quick flight, let's do it. It's this weekend. I'll be flying in Friday night, but there will be a whole crew of people there during the day Friday, as well as I just had some family stuff come up and I have to come in a little bit later, but Dustin will be there. Cameron will be there. Everyone will be there already. We're all staying at the A-Loft. There is a room block. It's $99 per night for the room block. There's quite a few people that are looking to bunk up. So there's still time to jump on board, even if you're just driving up for the day. All day Saturday. I even have customers that live in Kentucky that are coming on Saturday just to hang out and experience the virtual event. So even if you can't make it, please, please, please reach out to your people, reach out to your customers. If you think that they might like going to a 4-hour science educational event about ketones, send them there. We'll take care of them. This is our community, this is our team, and this is what events are for. Okay, you can plug your people into them. There's tons of times where I I wasn't able to make the event, but I plugged people in, and sure enough, our team always will support that. So keep that in mind. Let me know if you can come. If you're in driving distance, there's going to be a place for you. I promise. Let's just do this. Also, the cutoff for the Vegas Mastermind is like, I think tomorrow or the day after. I don't even remember. I think it's the 12th. Does anybody know the date? The 12th. Okay. So tomorrow at midnight is the cutoff. There's no more deposits that I can take. I have to get everything planned because we are about 30 days out. I'm excited. Are you excited? Because I'm excited. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm excited. If Richard's really excited, he's like, yeah. I'm really excited. I'm just, okay, so that's going to be great. If you're going to do it, let's do it. If there's anything holding you back, let's chat. Let's talk about it. I am the type of person that loves having open, safe conversations. I'm here to help. I'm here to help you build your business, and I'm here to help you get to Vegas too, as well as Kentucky. Let's chat. Cool. Catalyst. Is everyone running for Catalyst? Does everyone know what Catalyst is? Catalyst is huge. If you don't know what Catalyst is, I'll give you a quick rundown. It is a promo that is running in the month of March, okay? And it's a special offer. You can earn a $1,000 bonus. This is an additional $1,000 in addition to your commissions, in addition to your bonuses. Whatever period you're in, doesn't matter if you've been in for 1 day, 1 week, 1 year, you can run for this challenge. What it consists of is enrolling 3 new personal SmartShip customers, 2 new personal promoters, and filling out our little, if you guys haven't done it yet, download the Prove It Every Day app. And it's like a tracking app. It's like fuel, food, movement, personal development. You get to kind of like check off your day. Well, all you have to do is screenshot that every single day that you're running for this event, for this promo, and tag Just Prove It, post it to your stories on Instagram, on Facebook, tag them, and then go comment on their Facebook or Instagram every single day. Literally, that's all you have to do, and you get an extra grand. I don't know about you, but I'm money motivated. Personally, I love money. I love making money. I love promos like this. Anytime we have a promo like this, I'm like, oh, I'm in, doing it as fast as I can. It's the number 1 priority on my list. I have 1 promoter away from it and I'm done. And so I'm like, let's do this. If you're running for it, let's chat. I'll hold you accountable if you need it. Like, let's do it, because I'm an accountability person. I know I always need accountability. Am I the only one who seems to not have a great connection? Am I breaking up for anyone? Okay, cool. Sorry, Steph. All right, reboot. Our 60-hour reboot starts, our 60-hour reboot starts Sunday. Okay, Sunday night, our 60-hour reboot on the 14th. FYI, don't forget, we're in the middle of this 14-day challenge. So the first part of the 14-day challenge was the 10-day drink ketones challenge, 2 packs ketones every single day. We've all added a bunch of customers into Better with Keto. That is great. There's so much more momentum in Better with Keto right now. I freaking love it, because that is just showing how quick the momentum can build and how beneficial that group is. That is part of our system, our ad tag message. Use that Facebook group. Make sure you're adding all of your customers, all of your interested people, every single individual that you talk to about ketones. Hey, we have a Facebook group. Can I add you? Hey, we have a Facebook group. Can I tag you in a video? Hey, you need resources? There's a Facebook group. You need recipes? There's a Facebook group. Science, information, accountability, hydration, challenges, rebooting, stories, transformations, all of the goods is all going to be in that Facebook group. So make sure you guys are utilizing that group. It's so good. And start marketing the reboot on your social media. So I want to make sure that on these Zooms, I'm going to always touch on what we should be marketing right now. I think it's really important to know that strategic marketing is part of our business. And I wasn't taught this until like I actually realized it myself, like with those words, strategic marketing. I'm pretty sure I just pulled that out of my ear, but like strategic marketing is what I consider it. If we know that this reboot is coming up on Sunday, and we know that on Sunday, our reboot is also going to be for sale. So we're going to have a sale on the reboot on Sunday. Okay. We're starting our reboot on Sunday. Starting today, it's Thursday. Today, tomorrow, and the day after, all like our story should be like, oh my God, I can't wait to start the reboot. I'm prepping for my reboot. I'm drinking water for my reboot. My 60-hour reboot's coming. I cannot wait for the 60-hour reboot. Who wants to do the next 60-hour reboot with me? The 60-hour reboot's going to be amazing. Can't wait to see my results from the reboot. Are you guys catching my drift here? Like, that's what we should be talking to. All of our customers, great way to follow up. hey, Sally, hey, how's everything going with the ketones? Hope you're doing awesome. FYI, we're doing a reboot. We're doing a reboot on Sunday. I'm starting it on Sunday. You can't join this one, but FYI, it's going to be for sale. Do you want to do the next one with me? Do you want me to add you to the waiting list? Do you want me to reach out to you and remind you when it's getting started? Like all of these things that you can say to help your people, all of these things that you can say to catch up and just touch base with them, follow up, check on them, check on the ketones. The reboot is a great way to plug in and do that. So start marketing it now. Get excited. Even if you're not doing this reboot, that's okay. Talk about it. Say, I can't wait. What? That is your favorite one, yes. Stephanie is my daughter's favorite person in the entire world. She just picked her tiny little face out of this whole lineup. She's like, there's my favorite one. That's awesome. So talk about it with your people. And if you're not doing this reboot, that's totally fine, because you can still share, hey guys, I'm doing a reboot next month. I'm so excited for this 60-hour reboot. It's coming, it's next month. And guess what? Sign up. It opens up on Sunday. I can't wait. Who wants to do it with me? Who wants to reset their metabolism with me? Who wants to lose 5 pounds in the next 30 days? These are all things that we can also ask other people, right, to join us on this journey. So use that language. Hopefully I wasn't talking 500 bajillion miles per hour. This is all going to be recorded too. So if you need to go back and hear something again, I'm going to drop it in the chat or reach out to the person that you're working with. We're also going to go over some more language on this call. And that's why I'm kind of talking so fast through this, because we're going to get really granular on all of it in a minute. So what else? TikTok raffle. I've already announced who's entering. I'm going to be running it. I'm going to try to do it tonight, but if not tomorrow, I'm going to put it in a little website and do like a wheel of happiness or something like that, to see who wins. It's cool because there's actually 3 prizes. There's Prove It gear, I think it was, and then $100. So I'm going to do 2 $50 prizes and some Prove It gear. So basically everyone's going to win something that entered. So that's exciting. And the March sale is still going on. So FYI, this is the sale that was going on in February. It was extended to March, and we've actually created some new language. I have shared it with a lot of you guys. Some of you I haven't been able to talk to one-on-one just yet in the last week or two. That's fine. I wasn't talking to you anyways. And I also put it in the chat. So in our pack chat. So one, if you're not in the pack chat, make sure you reach out to the person that you're working with and say, hey, what kind of chat do I need to be in? We put a lot of announcements. Hi, Sky. How's it going? I see you. So make sure that you guys are plugging into all that. Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's do this. Announcements over. Awkwardly talking as I look for my next note. Okay, cool. Language and conversations. Language and conversations. That is what, hi, Richard. The language and conversations. That is what we're going to talk about right now, because I feel like, and you guys please correct me if I'm wrong, personally, I always run into setbacks. I always run into, what do I say next? What would be the best thing to say? Like, does anybody feel stuck in any kind of conversations, even if it's just 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever? There's always somewhere where we're going to have a hurdle. Always, like always, forever. Just always know that it's to be expected. Another thing that's to be expected. We're always going to run into hurdles. We're always going to run into setbacks. So this business is all about learning as you go, learning as you grow. And once you grow, you're going to do what you're doing, right? This is what you're doing. We're going to call this what we're doing. Okay. Then you're going to be like, all right, this is what I'm doing. How can I do it a little bit better? Right? What am I learning from this? What have I learned from my experience on this is the way I'm doing it? Boom, you make a shift, right? So your curve goes up, and then eventually you're like, this is what I'm doing. It's called a plateau. That's okay. Happens in weight loss too. You know, you need water. I mean,
I can't find my purple cup.
Your purple cup is by the TV. I left it there so you can get water. Then you go up and then you shift and then you grow and then you shift and then you grow and then you shift and then you grow.
It's not there.
Okay. It should be there. Check the kitchen, check the table. I promise I left it out for you. If not, I'll come get it. So just remember that you're always going to be shifting and growing. There's no right or wrong in this business. There's no like fail, right? There's no like, I did it wrong, I need to stop. You're never ever going to do it wrong. There's just always places to grow for all of us, even within me, even within Cameron, even within Dustin, all of us, even with Stephanie, even with Kelsey, like they're crushing it, but there's always places to grow, always, forever. So everyone be okay with that. Is everyone okay with growth? Yes, I want commitment. Is everyone okay with growing and shifting? Is everyone okay with not always just like crushing everything all the time and being like, where can I shift this? Where can I do a little better? To be expected. Ooh, listen, this language might not be working. Maybe we could shift it a little bit. Or, hey, this might not be working this way. Maybe we could do this a little bit different. Like, that's how this business works. We're all committed. We're in it to win it. We're here till the end. We're not going anywhere. So there's no such thing as like, oh, darn, this person said no. The last 10 people said no. I guess I just need to quit. Oh man, I launched a promoter and then like they didn't get excited. Looks like I need to quit. Heck no. Like, we're always going to have customers, promoters, people, friends, family. It's going to be up and down. So I want to make sure that we talk about this openly. These are safe conversations that we're having here, but let's talk about the language that we're using. Language is everything. Man, language is everything. And if you know me personally and we talk, like sometimes I catch myself, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I want to say this exactly the way I want to say it. I want the language to be perfect. Sometimes I'm like, because I want to get it out right. But when I started to do that, I realized how much I could really shift my language. Man, I didn't pay attention to some of the stuff that I was saying. And some of it was to other people and some of it was to myself. So really, really self-assessing and taking a few seconds to, hey, what am I doing? What am I saying? How am I saying it? Am I relaying my message clearly? Am I talking about my outcome? Am I being direct? Right? These are all questions that I learned to ask myself. And the more you practice these awarenesses, the more you will be able to realize them as it's happening right in real time. And that's our goal. Our goal is to be able to realize those things in real time and shift our language quick. Not like when I achieve this. I'm sorry, not if I achieve this. It's when I achieve this. Not if I hit this bonus. It's when I hit this bonus. When you're talking to your promoters, it's not if you join, it's when you join. When you're talking to potential customers, if you love it, what? So you're saying there's a potential that they're not going to love it? Negative, ghostwriter. When you drink this every day and when you love this, right? This is the language that I had to really learn how to use. I didn't even know. I'm like, if you love it, I mean, if you want to, and like, if you have a good experience, like when that happens, if it does, then ew. I looked at myself, when I heard myself saying stuff like that, I was like, what am I? I'm setting people up for the possibility to fail. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm here to do. Look, when you drink this every day, you're going to freaking love it because you're going to have amazing opportunities, amazing experiences, amazing whatever it may be that you're talking to them about. So let's focus, let's get granular on this language. So I'm just going to start out first with like, I want some people to share. Like, I want to hear what people are going through. So as the next two, I'm going to have some people share and like talk, but as these people are talking, grab a pen and paper or a notebook or store it in your brain. I want everybody to think of something that they feel like is they're caught up on. Maybe a conversation where you felt that awkward silence. Like, what the heck do I say next? Or like anything like that. Let's talk about it. Let's focus on it. So first things first, I'm going to have Kelsey share. She's crushing it. Yep, that's you, sister. You're crushing it. And she's good. Like, she's really good. She's got a lot of things that I've learned from her personally, even in this short period of time. But Kelsey, if you don't mind, share with us. I forget what the topic was. It was really good, but she's got some stuff. She's been doing this training and it's like, everyone's doing it, keeps talking about how amazing, and she's learned a lot. So I'm like, can you please share? And she's like, oh my God, I have something good to share. So please share the magic with us, Kelsey.
Hi, I am Kelsey. For those of you that I don't know, I've been drinking ketones for about 6 months now. And so yeah, like Sam said, I'm taking part in this training that's going on right now. And kind of the framework for this training is like love, serve, and grow. And kind of what I'm going to touch on just really quick tonight, like two kind of separate ideas within the same principle. But this training has talked a lot about the different conversations that we're having with people. At this business, I've come to learn, at least for my business, like the more conversations that I'm having with people, like this is a numbers game. The more opportunity there is to get people started on the ketones and start their experience with this whole thing. So I wanted to share kind of one of these conversations that I've had. And full disclosure, this person has not bought ketones yet, but I know in my heart of hearts, this person is going to buy ketones and he is absolutely going to love ketones. So I just want to give you kind of like a quick rundown, really quick on this conversation, even about, I'm not sure how this person and I became friends on Facebook, but I have seen, you know, on a lot of the posts that I do that he's interacted with things, especially when it comes from like a health perspective, a weight loss perspective, or nutrition or anything like that. So there was a post that I had made earlier this month, actually something that I borrowed from another person on the team, which is amazing. Back at it, day 3 of low to no carbs for 6 weeks, no bread, rice, pasta, potato, or sugar. Who wants to do this with me? So first things first, you know, created kind of a post that's made for engagement, you know, that's made for a little bit trying to pull some feedback out of people. So I made that post and he had commented on there, and we had spoken previously. And I had sent him the campfire video about the ketones. Not a whole lot of response back to that. So now, like, I'm a person, I don't ever like to feel like I'm trying to sell our ketones, right? Like I genuinely want to feel like I am helping someone I don't want to say fill a void, but like helping them, you know, giving them a solution to whatever it is that their problem is. So I had saw that he reached out and commented on that post. So basically I just reached out to him, and this is some of the language that he used. Um, if I can find it, please hold. It's here. Um, so just kind of caught up with him and said, "Hey Pat, you know, how are you? It's been a while." Didn't even mention like the comment on the post yet. "Hi Kelsey, I'm good, thanks. How are you?" "Good. I'm doing awesome. So, you know, I saw that you commented recently on the post that I made about the nutrition, or about whatever I said about the dieting. So tell me some more about your goals." And this is where I kind of noticed a shift in like a shift in the conversation. So it wasn't so much, you know, previously I had been, here's a campfire video, here's ketones, it's going to be awesome, you're going to love it. And then, you know, the conversation went completely dead. So now I'm like, okay, I want to pull information out of you. I want to know about you and what your absolute goals are. And okay, so everyone on this call, like, we know that ketones are going to be a fix for whatever it is, you know, whether it's energy, focus, fat loss, mood, better sleep, better skin, like any of those things, that we'll be able to plug that in. But we have, like, I'm just finding that if I help kind of like lead the person to that resolution in themselves, that there's a lot better interaction throughout the conversation. So he told me his goal is to lose 75 between 85 pounds. And I said, okay, well, what does your current regimen look like? You know, what are you doing right now? And again, that's just trying to help, like, have that person kind of lead the conversation and give us more information and try to pull that information out. You know, it's not yes no questions, it's asking open-ended questions that, you know, demand a little bit more of a response from that. So he says, you know, severely lacking, I need a workout regimen, I need to eat better, you know, blah 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 blah. Are you doing anything specific at the moment? You know, let's get some more information, figure out if ketones are a good solution and how they can plug into that. Unfortunately, no. Okay, that's no problem. What would you like to change the most? Are you more focused on diet? Would you like to see yourself with more activity? You know, what would you like to change the most? Everything, truthfully. Eating habits are terrible. Activity wise, aside from work, none. Diet is lacking. Then that was like super late at night. So we picked up, and just a friendly, "Hey, good morning. How are you? How's everything going?" And, you know, like, one of the things that I'm learning in this training too, and this is kind of the second piece of this, and then I'll shut up here shortly. Um, um, the Love Serve Grow framework, you know, just because this didn't result in a sale immediately doesn't mean that I just stop this conversation and it falls off the face of the earth. I know that in my past, since I started with Prove It, that was something like, if I couldn't get someone to get going right away, because I'm that person, I'm very impulsive, right? So I'm that person that I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's try them. I want to do it. I want to try it. But not everyone is that way, you know, and there's a lot of things that we learn in our trainings that tell us people need to see this product. They need to hear about it. They need to learn about it, you know, like 7 to 12 times before some people may even make a purchase. So by, you know, continuing these conversations and actually genuinely caring what these people want, how I can help how I can help them reach their goals better, through ketones or through whatever else. So ultimately this conversation ended up in he wants some more help with his diet and some more active and getting kind of an exercise regimen together. And so I just said, are you open to the use of ketones? I said, honestly, personally, for me, they have made a huge, huge, huge change in my life in all aspects, energy active level, keeping me on board with my nutrition and, helping me stay on my diet. Are you open to the use of ketones? That's it. And then he says, I'm up for anything, absolutely anything, to tell you the truth, Kelsey. I said, okay, so I can help you out with a meal planning and exercise. I can help you out with meal planning and an exercise plans. I said, but the ketones are going to be a big part of this. He says, I understand. I'll do whatever you tell me to. So it's like, again, I had sent him over kind of the new language that we've talked about for, I'll share my best options to save you some money. But I said, I like it. Let's get you set up with some ketones first, and then let's talk about diet and exercise. So also, because Pruvit has so many resources available, like, I'm not creating any kind of diet plan. I'm not creating any kind of exercise plan for this guy. I'm just going to send him the stuff that is already provided to us that I can just send to him, because if we were to do that for every customer, that would be crazy. But that's why we have the resources that we do have. So I can just send that to him. He's not going to know. And not that I'm trying to like fool him or anything like that, but we have those resources for a reason. Pruvit provides us with those resources so we can make it easier for everybody else. But yeah, so I guess my biggest takeaways from this, like, figure out what your person wants, what your customer wants, what solution or what you can, wow, my words are not okay tonight. Like how you can help them, how you can provide a solution to their problem and keep these conversations going. It doesn't, just because they don't buy right off the bat, doesn't mean that eventually they're not going to say, hey, I'm ready for this. We don't know what other people are going through, what everybody has on their plates. So, there could be things holding them back that like, hey, let's just touch base. That's where the follow-ups, and like, just don't leave these people like to fall away from the conversation. And I tried to plug them in with like stuff with Better with Keto too. If I know this guy's looking for some diet stuff or exercise or whatever else, if something like that pops up in Better with Keto, I'm tagging him or I'm sending that to him in a message, so it's literally at this point, it's just a matter of time before he purchases. But yeah, I think that I have babbled enough now. Okay, thanks, bye.
You're awesome. I love that. There was a lot of things that you said that I loved, and I was writing it down as you were saying it. So one thing you said was pull the conversation out of people. Like, that's exactly what we're doing. Not everybody's just going to come and tell you like, hey, this are my goals and this is what I'm looking for. And I really think that your product is going to provide that for me, especially this one and this one and this one. And I think that I'm ready to go. Okay. Like, unfortunately, that's not how it happens. Sometimes every now and then, maybe if you get lucky, but we have to pull that conversation out of people. And we do that by asking questions. So literally right after that, Kelsey gave you this long list of questions that she asked him. Even though he gave short answers, she was still asking more questions. That's okay. Well, what's the next thing? What's the solution? Hey, are you doing this? Are you open to that? Oh, are you open to that? Are you open? What did you say? Are you open to drinking? What did you say? You said something I loved.
Are you open to the use of ketones?
To the use of ketones. Ooh, that's so good. I love that. It's so good.
And I just tossed some of the language into the chat if
Perfect.
anyone wants it from there,
Yes.
that I use specifically.
I love that. Save that, because I want to add that, all those questions that you were asking, like I want to add that to what we've got, our list of language, which I'm going to show you guys too. So save that. Love that. Okay, make a list of these questions. That's what I was going to ask. And then resources. We got tons of resources. So love you. You're awesome. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so Stephanie, I want you to please also unmute and give us a little bit of your magic, because Stephanie's crushing it as well. For those of you who don't know, Kelsey and Stephanie, I mean, everybody on here is crushing it, but I've been running side by side with these two for a minute now, and they're just nonstop in these conversations. They show me screenshots and I know that they're doing the work. So I know that what they're doing is working. And I want everybody to have access to all of our brains, so you can always hear what is working for everyone, because we're all doing the same thing, same activity every day. So Steph, if you don't mind, let us hear some of your magic.
Thank you so much, Samantha and Kelsey. That was freaking awesome. Like, super good. So my name is Stephanie, and I'm kind of gonna like start off sort of where Kelsey left off, and talk about getting people into Better with Keto. So Better with Keto has been like a huge, huge, huge resource for me. And I know it's working for a lot of other people as well, not only for promoters to use to attract people, but for people that are like our customers. I mean, even for myself, I'm really finding a lot of value in the stuff that people are posting in Better with Keto. So getting our customers and everyone into Better with Keto is like, that's a great spot to put people, especially if they're like not ready to get started quite yet. They're still thinking about it, because you're going to have them in this group where everybody is like, these are my results. This is what's happening. This is how I feel. And it's not just you get that third party validation. So I've been really trying to focus on getting people into Better with Keto. So my way to go about doing this, and Kelsey pretty much covered like the starting of the conversation and, asking questions. Asking questions is huge, especially for adding people to Better with Keto, because part of what you want to do with that, you don't just want to throw somebody in there that you started a conversation with and just go, okay, well, there they go. And now hopefully they'll purchase from me at some point. So with asking those questions, I recently had someone, and this was on a telephone call, and I'm really sorry. I will type this language out for you guys in the group chat. My dad was chatting my ear off literally 30 seconds before I hopped on here. But I actually had this conversation with somebody over the phone, and she called me and she wanted to know more about ketones. She was interested in getting her daughter started and herself started. So basically my conversation was, why do what is interesting you into like getting started with ketones? Like what are the benefits? Is it the weight loss? Is it the energy? Is it the focus? Is it the mood? And she flat out said to me, well, it's for weight loss. Okay. So what do you feel? I asked her at first, what are you currently doing? And what do you feel is holding you back from reaching those goals? Well, I really don't. There's so many recipes out there. There's a lot of things. I don't know what to do. Oh, great. Awesome. So before we even finish this whole conversation, I already know that she's interested in recipes. Well, where do we have recipes? In Better with Keto. So I actually make these Post-it notes, and I put the person's name on it and what exactly it is that they're interested in. So I can go back and tag them in posts that have those things that they're interested in. So that's something that I do. But anyway, so what I end up doing is, oh, awesome. We actually have this amazing group that's an awesome community. And we have tons of resources, especially a lot of like really good recipes. Something along those lines. And I'll put the exact wording, guys. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling on my words. But, we have some really great recipes. I saw this recipe the other day, and you can mention something. I saw this really great recipe that for keto chaffles. Have you ever seen those? Would you be open to me adding you to that group? And most people are going to say yes, because they want that relationship. They want the community. So you can really continue that conversation, whichever way it is, whether or not they're like, okay, I'm ready to purchase ketones. Can you send me the pricing? How do I get started? Or if they're like, I really need some time to think about it, you're going to be in front of them by getting them into that group. And then by definitely making, whether it's a Post-it note or a notebook or however you track what you're doing and how you speak to your customers or your prospects, doing something like this is great, because I look at these, I have like a stack of them, and I go through and I'll tag somebody in a post. Oh, there's a good recipe. Who had recipes? Tag these people. So I know I'm a little like crazy, guys, and I'm really sorry, but I hope that sort of helped a little. If anybody wants me to touch on anything additional, I can, but I'm just like all over the place.
Nope, you are awesome. You're amazing. I was just taking a boomerang of you. That's why it took me so long to unmute. No, that was really helpful. I love that. And I love what you said about the reason why we're asking questions, right? Because there's so many reasons why we're asking questions. In that first situation, we were asking questions so we can base our conversation around what it is that they need. Well, in Stephanie's situation, we are asking questions so we know what benefits the people are looking for. Again, same, except for in this situation, we're then tagging them with Better with Keto in resources that are already created for us and plugging your person in to a resource that fits their need. But you never would have even known what that need was if you didn't ask those questions. So I love what you said about that. Questions are so, so powerful. Something that I learned, I think Mitch Newman maybe have said this, or I don't know, somebody said it, but they talk on how we should be the one, like the other person should be talking way more than us. If we're talking more than the other person, then we're doing it all wrong. Like, this isn't about us or what we think they need to hear. If you're not asking people questions and you're verbally vomiting all over them and sending them paragraphs of things and 3-minute voice memos, you have no clue what it is that they're looking for or what they need. The best thing that you could shift that to, which I wish I would have known this at the beginning. Gosh, it would have saved me so much verbally vomiting. But just ask questions, like Kelsey mentioned, like Stephanie mentioned, ask questions just so you can learn about the people. So I love that. Thank you guys for sharing. All right. So the next thing, does anybody have any specifics right now? You could drop it in the chat, or if you want to unmute, that's okay, Karen. It's okay. If you want to unmute, you can unmute and ask directly. But is there anything specific before I start like tapping into this long list of things that I can touch on? Is there anyone that like has anything on their heart that they're like, gosh, I just feel kind of with language and conversation specifically is what we're going to talk about right now.
I want to add.
Yeah, go ahead, Michelle.
So, like listening to Kelsey and Stephanie and everybody, I actually had a customer that I actually met in Mexico airport. He became, I know, crazy, right? He just seemed like intrigued by me. I don't know. He's like, you're magnetic. And it was kind of weird at first. And I was like, okay, I'm going along with it, and I was like, hey, I got ketones. And I'm like, if you want ketones, great. If not, don't be weird. So I'm just, to be honest and like true to heart, we connected, and it's cool because now he's my customer. And he actually reached out to me. At first, he was doing isogenics. So he was like not into ketones. He thought it was like a cool idea, but he just didn't really seem to be interested. And I was like bummed about it. But I was like, okay, well, we'll connect on Facebook, because I swear to you, one day you're going to be into ketones. So I didn't give up on the fact that he didn't, have interest in it at the time we met, because I knew his health to him was important. So I was like, hey, well, let's still like connect on Facebook. And so we didn't like swap anything more than that. And it was so cool because now he's my customer. And when he got through his product of isogenics, he was like, okay, I'm ready to try ketones, because you say it's so great. And I see your results. I see how happy you are. And I was like, awesome, dude. I'm telling you, like, this stuff is amazing. And now he is drinking ketones. He loves the product. He's like, oh my goodness. So a long story short, he's been drinking them for about a month and a half. He reached out to me and was like, hey, I really want to talk to you. I've not given my number because, like he seemed like into me in a different way. So we reached out on Facebook Messenger, and he talked to me for like 25 minutes in an amazing way. He's like, you are so inspirational. He goes, I love that you reach out to me and ask me how I'm just doing. He goes, that is huge. He goes, Michelle, you're going to make it so far. Like, not just me, but anybody that does that, that's customer service. Like, so I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, with your customers, reach out to them, and say, hey, how you doing? Not just with ketones, but just how are you doing? And I think that goes so far. And like what he said, he's like, the product itself is like beyond what he imagined. He's like, you were completely right. I didn't believe you, but I'm glad I gave it a shot. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is just reach out to your customers periodically and just let them know, like, hey, how you doing? Because it's kind of like having a hairstylist. If you have someone that you go to get your hair cut, if they never reach out to you, you're probably going to go to somebody else. But if you have somebody that's, once a week or twice a week, 3 times out of the, or, once a month that's going to reach out to you and say, hey, how you doing? How do you feel? Like, that alone is so huge. And I think that's where I kind of got his attention, is when he decided to buy and try it. I reached out to him and he was like, that's huge. Like, and now I'm all in. He goes, I love ketones. So I just wanted to like put that in there. It's really huge to follow up with your customers. So.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. You're so amazing. Seriously, I love you. You're
Thank
awesome.
you.
That's so cool. That's such a powerful story. Like,
I know, like someone in Mexico, like I was so terrified and I was like in a horrible situation where I was panicking. And Samantha, I didn't even tell you the whole story, but I was like in tears because I went through a big issue in Mexico and I was like, I'm not gonna make it back to the US. And I finally was like in line and he just like, it was just weird situation, but then like we connected and like now he's my customer. Really? That's crazy.
I love it. Hey, timing is everything. Timing is everything. And I love too what Karen said in the chat. Talk to them like they're your friend, genuinely caring. I love that you just touched on that. So thank you. Thanks for unmuting. Thanks for sharing that. That was super helpful. And I also wrote in there, it's the ultimate prover experience, the ultimate proven experience. That's what we want to create, people. Every time we provide value or provide a resource or whatever it may be, tag somebody in the group, invite them to a Zoom or whatever, like we're creating that ultimate proven experience for people. So that's what this is all about. Oh, welcome, Holly. Hello. I need to like welcome everyone new, by the way. We didn't do that at the beginning, which I'm tripping, but we'll do that right at the end too. So hello. All right. So here's the thing. Like, is this helpful to everyone so far? Is this helpful to everyone? Yes. Are you guys loving hearing this? Okay, good, good, good. Let's keep going because this to me is helpful. It's good. It's showing me where everyone's at. Yes. I see thumbs up. I see you, Michelle. So let's keep rolling with this. So does anybody else have anything? Let's if you have anything specific that you feel like you're running into with a conversation, like you're in conversations with people or you're starting conversations with people and you're like, oh man, I just really don't know what to say for this specific thing. Keep that in mind. Drop it in the chat because I'm going to share some stuff that I have written down that I want to share that may, maybe spark some questions or answer some questions. New customer language. I'm going to share my screen real quick and show you something. All right, so let's start with our new customer language. Has everyone seen the image with the new customer language in our chat? If not, this is what it looks like. Oh, it's so beautiful. So here's the thing. Some people are visual learners and some people are auditory learners. Some people like language. So when you kind of cover at least 2 avenues, it's kind of cool because your odds are a little bit higher of them saying, ooh, what a great resource. Yes, sparked my interest. So these are just some discounts that we created based off of what the March sale is. So what the March sale is anything 2 boxes or more that you add to your cart, you'll get 22% off of, okay? So if they add 2 boxes of ketones, awesome. It's really, I'm sorry, $150 or more. I'm not sure if that's what I just said, but $150 or more, you get 22% off. So that would be 2 boxes of ketones, or, if they got 5 million different products, if they got whatever it is, if it adds up to 150, they get 22% off. So that's a huge deal. That's a huge discount. So we came up with these little kits because sometimes people are like, do you guys ever run into someone who's like, I don't know where to start? Or what should I get started with? Or, hey, what do you recommend I get started with? Or what do you think I should do? Or how am I going to get the best results? Or what do you think that I should do? Like all of these questions. Do you guys get those? Because I do. And like, this is where you're going to pull out this language and this image and stuff like that. So the language, hold on. The language is L5. All right. So I'll share your best options to save you money. I want to always tell people how to save them money because like, who have you ever run into that's like, no, I prefer to pay full price. Like everyone loves to save money. These are my current sales that'll give you $40 off. So all of these sales mentioned will give them $40 off. That's a big deal. And people love hearing that they're going to save $40. So boom, $40 off. The most successful people do the ultimate bundle. It's 80 servings with Mitoplex, flavor variety of 3 flavors, like they can buy mixed flavor variety or 3 separate flavors. So I let them know what that is. I'm going to put this language in the chat so you guys can also see it as I'm reading it. I have no clue what I did, why I can't see the chat or anything. So I'm just going to keep reading it. Really? Where did it go? Here it is. There's the chat. L5. It's in my keyboard shortcut. We'll talk about that also. So basically that's the language that I use. I'll let you guys read it. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it goes down that image. I dropped that image in the pack chat. All right. So if you don't see it, if you missed it, that's fine. Go into the pack chat, click on the name on the top, and you can actually see all of the images that have ever been posted in that chat. Go back and look at that as resources. Listen, there's so much in there that you could go back and find and see and use for your business. So don't always wait for things to pop up. Go back, read back, click that little name on the top, check those images, and you'll find that image there. We will drop the language again tonight so you guys can save it, copy it, paste it into your notes, save it so you can use it on your customers. If you know how to do keyboard shortcuts, do that. If you don't, reach out to me personally or the person that you're working with. They'll teach you how to do keyboard shortcuts on your phone. Okay, so I just want to make sure that everybody knows that that's a thing. This is huge. I have been using this language for people over and over and over and again, and they are loving it. A lot of people are going with that middle option, that first option. People are ready. They're ready to get started on their health journey. They want to make a 30, 60, 90-day commitment. Like people are looking for us. So we just need to make sure that we're actually talking to them and plugging them in. Okay, what else? Free product. There's a lot of language around free product. Do you guys talk to your customers about free product? Do you guys teach your customers how to get it for free? Like, do you guys, I love one thing that I say to people, even if I know they're not getting them for free yet, maybe they're on SmartChip, maybe they're not, but I know they're loving the ketones, or I do now, I didn't before. Yeah, I didn't always do it. It was an awareness. It was something that I had to learn. I kick myself for every day. Yeah, me too. So here's the thing. I don't remember who taught me this. I think it was Francisco, but you can actually set yourself up for your customer to give you permission to explain to them how to get your product for free. So some questions, like we've been talking about, questions to ask about free product is, hey, Karen, how's it going with the ketones? And then maybe Karen's like, hey, Karen, let's do some role play. Will you unmute and just like be the customer for a second?
Sure.
Hey, Karen, how's everything going with your ketones?
I love it. Things are going great.
Awesome. I love to hear that. Hence, she said it's going great. So if she didn't say it was going great, help them with whatever they're missing. If it's, oh, I'm getting dry mouth. Oh, I don't like the flavor, whatever. Should I answer their questions? Wait until they say, oh, it's going great, right? That's what we want to hear. Now, oh, it's going great. Awesome. I love to hear that. Hey, are you getting your ketones for free yet?
Oh my God, no. How do I do that?
Oh my gosh, great question.
See
See how that works? Boom. Like literally, she just asked me, oh, how do I do that? How do I get my ketones for free?
Yes.
So our goal, yes, it's literally that simple, just like that. First, we want them to get to the place where they are psychologically inside and verbalizing, I love ketones. I love them. I feel great. I'm doing great. I love them, blah, blah, blah. When they're there, that's when you're like, hey, are you getting your ketones free yet? Or, hey, have I ever told you how to get your ketones for free? I'm not sure. I might have forgotten. Did I ever tell you how to do that? Like, maybe, right? So that's another great way to do it. So cool, Karen, awesome. So you asked, I'm going to jump off where she said, sure, how do we do that? Well, actually, it's super simple. All you need to do is share the ketones with 2 people in 1 month, and you'll start earning your product for free. Is that something that you're interested in doing?
Oh my gosh, yes. Please tell me more.
Right? Like, I don't go into like, well, first you need to activate your smart chip. And then when you have the little yellow badge, you can then use your referral code. And how to get to your referral code is you go into your settings. And then once you go into your settings and you change your referral code, you then take your referral code and you put it in front of the website. And then you can share that website with your friends. Like, hey, I used to do that. Okay. So like, you don't need to go super deep into like the how, because we're just still focusing on piquing the interest and being like, hey, you just got to share it. Like we let people know, hey, you need to share it with 2 people in 1 month, super simple. And then always ask a question. Is that something that you're interested in doing? And she's like, she just said I can get free ketones. She said, all I have to do is share it with 2 people. Like, heck yeah, I'm interested in that. Like even they might not be fully confident at first in doing it. They might, but like, at least they're interested. So we know there's a little bit more of a level of commitment. They're consistent, they're committed, they're asking questions. So it's like, Karen, yes. Okay. So I'm so glad that you're interested in that. It's super simple. I actually, when I first got started, my goal was to get my ketones for free too. And all I did, honestly, first, I just reached out to all my friends and family, not all of them, a couple of my friends and family, and help them. So I got my mom and my best friend started, and boom, I literally started earning my ketones for free. So is there anyone that you can think of that might love this product or you think should be taking it too?
Oh, you lost
It's
me.
okay. I'm
I
catching
totally-
everybody
I
off
failed
guard.
on that one. Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. So I have a girlfriend that's looking to she's working out, and she we talk a lot. I have 2 best friends. So yeah, I totally have some people that'll definitely be interested. Yes.
Cool. Heck yeah. Awesome. So, there's a couple different ways that we share too. Reaching out to your friends is like the easiest thing in the world. And then also, are you open to some ideas that actually have been working really, really good for me the last like 2 months? And she's going to be like, yeah, of course I'm open to ideas. Like,
Yes. Sorry, I've got my kid over.
no, you're good. I saw that.
Paying
I saw
attention
someone
to you
was talking. You're good. So that's kind of like, see how we're asking questions and I'm sharing my story, right? About like, oh my gosh, when I first got started with ketones, this is what I did. I'm teaching them what I did. I'm telling them what I did without telling them what to do. Telling stories is such a great way to get your point across without actually like saying your point. You're telling a story. So people are going to hear that and be like, oh, she literally just reached out to her mom and her best friend and she just got her ketones for free. Maybe I should do that too. And then I'm also, in addition, adding to that, like, yes, validating. Oh my gosh, reaching out to your friends is, you feel comfortable. She already said she felt comfortable doing that. So we're validating that that's a great way to do it. And then also asking if they're open to some more recommendations, like maybe a Facebook post. And then they're like, yeah, maybe, definitely. I've got Facebook, if they do. I know that Becky has like the best Facebook posts. I keep going and I'm like, oh, they're so good. She gets so much engagement. She like is genuinely just sharing her story. And there's tons of people who, some of them are supporting, some of them are asking what's going on, what her whole family is doing this together. So like, if your customer is willing to even just make a Facebook post, they might not even be comfortable reaching out to their friends. Maybe they're like, no, I don't have a lot of friends. Like that was me. I was not like, yeah, I've got 1 million people. I was like, I do not have a lot of friends. I'm very, very busy. I'm slightly introverted, extremely introverted. I've got kids. I'm in school and I do all these things. And I'm like, I don't even know. Like, I don't want to share it. I don't know. That was me. So if you run into that, it's like, hey, are you open to making a quick Facebook post? Maybe, just sharing what you're doing and seeing if anyone's interested. Of course, that right there, boom. Awesome. Help them with language. Don't expect that they know what to say. If they're open to a Facebook post, be like, cool, I'll send you some ideas if you're open to it. Sure, send me some ideas. Cool. Literally give them type it out for them. And all you're going to do is say something like, hey, I'm getting started on this challenge. My goal is to lose 5 pounds in the next 30 days. Who wants to do this with me? Or, hey, I'm getting started with something I'm really excited about. You want people to just share their story. That's it. Why did you get started? What inspired you? What excited you? More questions to ask your customers. When you ask those questions and you know about them, you can help cultivate a Facebook post for them. They don't jump on these trainings. They don't have the direction that we have. We're like, here's how to share your story. Here's how to share on your this. Here's how to, so we need to use the stuff that we've learned through this to help our customers say, hey, oh, look, this worked for me in the past. Send them a link or a screenshot of a post that you made that was successful, right? Your people are only going to do what you're doing. They'll do what you're doing more than what you tell them to do. So if you send them a screenshot of something that you did that worked, they're going to be like, oh, I see. Or maybe it's a friend, maybe you're brand new. Go screenshot one of the other people's posts that you're like, oh, that's a good post and it has great engagement. Screenshot, send it to your customer. Hey, this is a great post idea. Boom. Don't worry about, Karen's really good at that too.
Like, I don't mean to interrupt. Can I say something? Because we've been talking to Tyson, and he just started ketones, maybe going on to the end of his first week. And I posted something today. I have to get better with the language, but I posted something like, I've been doing ketones. Like, I started off with this. What is your flavor? What's the best flavor do you like? What are some benefits or some results you've seen so far? And I had can you hear me talking? You can hear me talking? Okay. And I tagged several people in my post, and I had reached out to some of my customers that are just starting ketones. I was like, hey, I reach out to them every single day and ask them what their progress is, what they're doing. And actually, I just had someone just willingly send me a photo of their food and what they were eating. I'm like, you know what? I love the progress that you've done so far. I'm posting something on Facebook. Would you mind commenting and just sharing your experience so other people can see what's going on? And and he's a very shy person and not one. He's like, I don't know how to post. I don't know how do I do it? And I'm like, I will help you along the way. You see what I do, just copy that and I can help you. And he commented today and he was like, thank you so much. He's like, thank you for being such a good friend and helping with this. So you reach out to your customers, especially the shy ones, they're going to do it. You just have to kind of guide them along the way. So I love that about Tyson. And I think I have a couple other people that did that too. So it's just about engaging with them.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And you are very, very, very good at that. She's on point with it. I'm like, whatever your secret is, just keep teaching people how to do that. I'm like, cause she's just that natural, she just flows and it works and it's great and it's real and it's natural. And she doesn't know. She's like, I haven't even really watched a training or really done anything. I've just been sharing she says it all the time. She's like, I'm just sharing my journey and people are liking sharing and then I'm helping them share. And listen, guys, that's what this is about. We just do the same thing over and 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 over again. Literally. Like there's no next, like, oh, I'm going to do all these things and then I'm going to get to that next level of stuff. No, like we're literally all still sharing, helping people get free products, helping people plug into our community, plug into our events. Events are everything, guys. Any single event that you see pop up, don't even question whether or not you should go. Like if you can make it happen, make it happen. Always, always, no matter what, don't wait till the last minute. Say yes and start planning like right when you see it. Because I promise you, every single event that pops up that you can attend will 10x your business from where it is now and get that much closer to your big goals. And I see a couple of you nodding. They're like, yep, you're right. Like it just always takes you to that next level. So no matter what, like sometimes, hey, listen, I'm going to Kentucky and I didn't think I was going to go. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't miss events. I don't miss events. I had to hire 3 different nannies. Like, listen, I have been planning all day long, but I don't want to miss it. And I kick myself in the butt for even waiting this long to do it. I see you. Right. So, I am going to, so it's 9:01. You guys stuck around for a whole hour. I freaking love you guys. And I literally just got halfway through what I wanted to cover on here. So on the bright side, I have an entire other half that I can cover next week. So we will do part 2 to what we were talking about. We'll actually pick up right where we left off, and it'll give me some more time to finish those resources that I wanted to share with you guys anyways. I was going to give you guys a quick sneak peek on here, but it's not going to be ready till next week anyways. So Kelsey and Stephanie and Karen and Michelle and anyone else who's on here who has any language, 1 that you mentioned on here and 2 that you want to share, send it to me directly. I'm going to add it to these resources. We all have a voice. These resources are not just about what I do. This is about all of us. We're all doing this. We're all in this together, and we all have different plays that work. So that's why I love these Zooms. We all share with each other what we're doing. It's okay, Karen, you're good. We have the replay. You can plug in whenever. You're amazing. You're doing awesome. Very, very proud of you. And I'm very proud of all of you guys. Everybody's at different levels of their business, but we're all doing the same activity. And our focus is all on the bigger goal. It's helping people become a better version of themselves, 1% better every single day. We are shifting the world person by person by person. And the more people that we share ketones with, and this community and this conversation, like, we're shifting and growing even more of the world faster. We're getting further faster. So keep talking about the business opportunity, keep talking about our community, like our team, the stuff that you guys get to plug into, that we all have the ability to plug into. Keep talking about it. I'll share some new stuff in the chat. I'll keep you guys updated. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming through this weekend, throughout the next week. I have a new tracker that I actually worked on last night. Savage Steph helped me a little bit, and I've just been in a place where I'm like, I want to help everyone get to where they want to be. So Cameron's been doing some stuff with tracking, and it got my wheels turning with how I wanted to implement some of the stuff that I've learned into this as well. So I created a monthly activity tracker so we can all plug into tracking where we are. Our goals will not be met if we, 1, don't identify what they are, and 2, have measurable activity that we are taking, inspired activity, inspired action, but it's got to be measurable. So I created something that makes everything measurable down to the T, that we're going to be able to fill out and plug into every single month to take our business to the next level. So I'll drop that in the chat. I'll go over it like with whoever, whenever. Just hit me up if you have any questions. Let's plug in. I love you all. I appreciate you all. You're freaking amazing. And I will keep you guys updated with everything from Louisville, Kentucky. Oh, hey, Keto Academy this weekend. If you're not going, get the virtual ticket. Get the virtual ticket. There's still time. Get the virtual ticket. It's on Saturday. You can access the event online. Please, 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 if you can make it, this is going to shift your perspective on ketones and our health and what they can do for you. Invite your customers. Your customers can pay $27 and get all the education they want. You know how many science customers you probably have that are like super duper interested? I have a couple customers that are pumped to be on this, and I promise you it's just that much closer into our community, and they're going to want to eventually join because we are all awesome. All right, I love you all. I will see you all soon. Ta-ta. Oh wait, oh my god, a picture. Let's take a quick picture. How dare I? Everyone take your face off, whatever it's called. Take your camera off. Put your face
Untake your face off, guys.
Untake your face off.
Can I get a virtual background? Invisible.
Untake your face off.
Kelsey, oh God, I'm gonna.
Everyone there. Everyone. I see you guys. All right, 3 more seconds.
Sam, you're killing me tonight.
Good. You'll be all right. Don't die. Ready? Ready? Oh, there we go. There we go. Meatball. What's up, Meryl? I see you. Joseph, are you there? Scott, are you there? All right. I'm gonna do it. And it's gonna be a boomerang. So it's gonna be great. So on 1, we're just gonna all move. Ready? 3,
Just on 1?
2, 1. Oh, we're cute. Oh, wait, I didn't do it. Oh, we got to do it again. All right, ready?
Hurry up.
3, 2, 1. That's great. All right.
I don't know if Sam was in there.
Oh,
I love it.
oh, and we got that on the recording. You're welcome, guys. All right. Love you. Bye.
You're